If you eat well, you can keep your energy up, you can improve your concentration and productivity, and then there's mental health and mood. Hello, and welcome to my talk about eating well when you start at university. My name's Helen Ruckledge. I'm a nutritionist registered with the Association for Nutrition. I work freelance and my company is Fad-Free Nutrition. On a more personal note, I have 4 children. My oldest is hoping to start university next year, so this has been a topic that I've been thinking about recently. So why is it important to eat well? Well, there are lots of long-term health benefits of a healthy diet. For example, if you eat a lot of red or processed meat, and by processed meat I mean bacon, ham, sausages and so on, you significantly increase your risk of bowel cancer. Having said that, I know when you're a young person excited with the future ahead of you, you're not thinking about the long-term health benefits. So let's focus on the short term and how eating well can help you in your daily life. Well, one big impact is on your energy and fatigue levels. If you eat well, you can keep your energy up, you can improve your concentration and productivity, and then there's mental health and mood. So there's lots of factors in your diet that affect your well-being. In terms of what to put on your plate, try and think of 1/3 of your plate as fruit or veg. I would aim for 5 portions a day, perhaps 1 or 2 of fruit and as many veg as you can fit in. 1/3 of your plate should be carbohydrates. Now these have had bad press and are often eliminated in fad diets, but we do need carbohydrates for energy and they contain a lot of important nutrients too. Try and choose the whole grain versions if you can, such as wholemeal bread, whole wheat pasta and brown rice, but you don't have to every time. And then the remaining 1/3 is split between the protein sources, which are meat and fish, but also eggs and pulses such as beans, chickpeas, lentils and so on. The remaining slice of the plate is your dairy or dairy alternatives such as milk or oat milk, cheese, yogurt and so on. In terms of alcohol, do try to spread your drinks out over the week and do try to have some alcohol-free days. When you are drinking, it's important to keep hydrated. So even if you have a soft drink or a glass of water in between the alcoholic drinks, that will really help you, as will eating before you go out and also drinking some more water before you go to bed. In terms of productivity and energy, it's so important to keep your blood sugar steady. Now this is a big topic which I can't go into in detail, but just to say that if you eat a lot of sugary foods on their own, it throws your blood sugar very high, and as your body tries to deal with that by injecting insulin into your blood sugar then plummets really low. And when you've got low blood sugar, you feel basically weepy, anxious, you can't concentrate, really tired, like you can't do anything. So we want to avoid those blood sugar spikes. So what we can do is reduce the amount of carbohydrate and very sweet foods you eat, so you don't eat too many at once, so perhaps not a whole packet of biscuits. But also importantly, if you add protein and fibre even into your snacks, so for example, if you have some biscuits, have some nuts as well. There's protein and fibre in nuts. And the protein and the fibre slow the rate at which the sugar is absorbed into your blood. So your blood sugar doesn't spike and then it doesn't drop low and you don't feel bad and like you're unproductive. So that's my top tip for being energised, is to include protein and fibre in every meal and snack. Finally, I want to just mention how to make your life easier. Now the first concept might sound like a bit hard work. It's planning. Try to plan your meals. I know it's not the most attractive concept, but it can make your life so much easier. You don't need to even plan too far ahead, but just a couple of days and know what meals you're going to have and that you've got the right shopping in to make them. If you resort to takeaways on a regular basis, it's very bad for the budget, but it's also very bad for the waistline, as they're very often high in calories. It could be your whole daily calorie allowance in one takeaway, and you could be prone to putting on weight if you do this on a regular basis. They're also often high in fat and sugar too. So instead, try and do some basic cooking. Now, don't think that you need to do anything fancy. That's just not the case for a healthy diet. Eggs on toast with a handful of spinach leaves on the side is a wonderful meal, for example. Doesn't have to be difficult. Also, do remember that in terms of veggies, frozen veg and tinned veg are just as nutritious as the fresh versions. Frozen veg in particular, there's a wide range nowadays, and it's great that it's so cheap and so quick and easy to make. Frozen veg can be ready in literally a couple of minutes. Tinned veg too, especially pulses, you can make your meals more cost effective. If for example you're making a chicken curry and you're using a ready-made sauce and some chicken, maybe chop up a few peppers. If you throw in a couple of tins of chickpeas or beans into the curry, it will make it cheaper. It will also add to the fibre and protein content and be absolutely delicious too. And if you make a bigger batch, you can either share with your friends and then take turns at cooking, then it doesn't become too onerous, or you can freeze portions for a later date so that you don't have less work to do on another day. So those are my top tips for eating well when you start out at university. If you're interested in more tips and ideas, please do follow me. I'm on Instagram, Fad-Free Nutrition. It's all one word. I would love to see you there. Thank you for listening. Take care.